Before this year began, I paused to reflect. I reflected on the voices, experiences, pains, questions, and real struggles shared with me over the past years by students, parents, couples, youth, adolescents, professionals, believers, seekers, and other people trying to hold themselves together. Those experiences opened my eyes to what people truly feel and what they deeply need. That is why Nurture and Thrive Therapy exists. Not as motivation, not as noise, but as structured, emotional, psychological, relational, academic, and life supports for children, adolescents, youths, adults, parents, couples, students, working professionals, and anyone navigating life. And so, as we step into 2026, I want to walk you through the core projects, the playlist carefully designed to meet human needs across all stages of life. Let us begin with clarity. Academic confusion should never be the reason dreams stop. We begin with guidance for students and researchers. The Research Hub and Academic Mentorship playlist is a comprehensive academic support series designed to guide students and researchers through project writing, seminar presentations, empirical research, and academic excellence from topic selection to final defense. This playlist is created to remove confusion, fear, and guesswork from academic research by providing clear, structured, step-by-step guidance for students at all levels. This playlist answers questions students commonly search for. Questions like, how do I write a project from start to finish? How do I choose a good research topic? How do I write chapter 1 to chapter 5 correctly? How do I conduct empirical research and field work? How do I analyze research data properly? How do I defend my project confidently? And how do I write a proposal or seminar paper? Each episode provides step-by-step guidance on research topic selection and problem identification, proposal writing and supervisor approval, chapter 1 to chapter 5 structure and content, literature review writing and source evaluation, research methodology and design, data collection, analysis and interpretation, empirical studies and fieldwork techniques, project defense preparation and presentation skills, seminar paper writing and academic reporting, referencing and citation techniques, avoiding plagiarism and academic misconduct, and academic writing, clarity, and professionalism. The playlist is for undergraduate students, postgraduate and master's students, final year project students, polytechnic and university students, non-students, research and academic writers, supervisors and academic mentors, students preparing for project defense or seminars. The playlist is helpful for viewers searching for project writing help, research methodology explained, how to write a final year project, seminar presentation guide, empirical research tutorials, academic writing skills, project defense preparation, research proposal writing, and academic mentorship on YouTube. New episodes are designed to provide clarity, structure, and confidence for academic success, because strong research begins with the right guidance, and clear guidance changes everything. Education must translate into stability and purpose. The journey continues into career clarity. Career Guidance and Job Readiness is a practical career-focused playlist designed to help individuals or graduates get employed, stay employable, and succeed in the workplace, especially within today's highly competitive job markets. This Nurture and Thrive Therapy series goes beyond motivation to teach real, usable employability skills needed to secure and maintain jobs in Nigeria and beyond. This playlist answers the real question job seekers ask. Questions like, why am I not getting interviews? Why do employers reject my CV? How do I write a professional CV or resume? How do I prepare for job interviews? What skills do employers really look for? How do I succeed at work and avoid losing my job? How do I grow my career after employment? Where can I find credible job opportunities? Each episode covers career guidance and life direction, job readiness and employability skills, CV writing and resume improvement, interview preparation and confidence building, workplace behavior and professionalism, communication skills and emotional intelligence at work, job retention and workplace survival skills, career growth, promotions and self-development, skill upgrade and career transition guidance, access to credible job openings and opportunities, graduate employability and entry-level job guidance. The playlist is created for students preparing for the labor market, final year students and fresh graduates, NYSC members and job seekers, unemployed and underemployed individuals, working professionals seeking career growth, employees struggling to adapt or retain jobs, career changers and skill upgraders, as well as anyone seeking clarity, confidence, and stability in their career. It is especially helpful for viewers searching for career guidance in Nigeria, job readiness skills, employability skills, CV writing tips, resume writing in Nigeria, interview questions and answers, job interview preparation, how to get a job, how to keep a job, workplace skills, professional development, career coaching, job opportunities, graduate jobs, and career success strategies. Career Guidance and Job Readiness equips you with practical career tools, employer-focused insights, confidence for interviews and workplace, and skills for long-term career stability. We do this because the right knowledge doesn't just get you hired, it helps you stay relevant, succeed, and grow. Beyond work and productivity, many people are quietly asking deeper questions about pain, faith, and inner healing. Deep Faith and Psychology Conversation is a reflective teaching series that explores emotional healing, mental health, and inner restoration through the lens of faith and psychological understanding. The playlist is created for people seeking answers to questions like, why am I emotionally overwhelmed? Why do old wounds keep resurfacing? How does faith support emotional healing? What is the psychology behind spiritual growth? And how do I heal deeply, not just cope? Each episode of this playlist blends faith-based reflection, psychological insight, emotional healing principles, gentle counseling conversation, and real-life emotional experiences. You will learn how suppressed emotions affect the mind and body, why emotional overflow often happens before healing, the connection between faith and mental health, how inner wounds form and how they heal, emotional self-awareness and regulation, how faith supports emotional restoration and inner clarity, how to grow spiritually without ignoring emotional realities, and how to find balance between belief, emotions, and mental well-being. This playlist is suitable for people seeking Christian counseling and faith-based emotional guidance. It is suitable for individuals struggling with emotional pain, anxiety, or inner conflict. It's good for believers seeking deeper emotional healing, not just spiritual routines. It's safe for Christians navigating mental health challenges with faith. It is good for anyone exploring the relationship between psychology, emotions, and faith. It is also good for viewers seeking peace, clarity, and inner restoration through faith-informed insights. The playlist is helpful for people searching for Christian counseling, faith and mental health, emotional healing through faith, psychology and spirituality, inner healing, Christian mental health support, and spiritual growth and emotional well-being. Faith-based therapy conversation. This series gently reminds you that faith and emotional healing are not opposites. They work best together. Healing must start early, and children deserve emotional understanding too. Children's emotional literacy animated stories is a gentle, values-based animated playlist created to help children understand their emotions, develop empathy, build character, and learn healthy behavior through engaging stories rooted in Western African culture and Christian moral foundations. This playlist uses simple language, colorful animations, relatable characters, and everyday child experiences to teach children how to identify emotions, express feelings safely, and make wise choices at home, school, church, and within their communities. Children learn in this playlist how to identify and name emotions such as happy, sad, angry, afraid, jealous, excited, and many of the kind. It helps them to understand why they feel the way they do. It helps them to learn kindness, empathy, patience, honesty, and respect. It aids children in practicing self-control and emotional regulation. It helps children develop good behavior and moral decision making. It helps build confidence and positive self-esteem in children. It enables children to learn forgiveness, gratitude, and responsibility. It makes them understand consequences and accountability. It enables them to build or develop healthy relationships between them and their parents, teachers, and peers. Core themes and topics covered in this playlist are emotional literacy for children, social emotional learning, character education for kids, moral lessons through storytelling, Christian values for children, African cultural values and wisdom, positive behavior modeling, conflict resolution for children, bullying awareness and kindness, obedience, respect, and discipline, and children mental and emotional well-being. The playlist is created for children between the ages of 4 to 12 years. It is created for parents and caregivers, teachers and school counselors, Sunday school teachers and children's ministry leaders, homeschooling families, child therapists and educators, as well as anyone raising or teaching children in African and Christian contexts. The playlist is helpful for viewers searching for children emotional literacy, emotional intelligence for kids, animated moral stories, Christian cartoons for children, African children's stories, kids behavior lesson, character building for children, children emotional learning, parenting resources for kids, social emotional learning for children, children's animations with moral lessons, and kids mental health awareness. We do this because we are aware that children who understand their emotions grow into adults who understand themselves. Sometimes healing does not begin with heaviness, it begins with relief. Healing Through Humor is a therapeutic storytelling playlist that uses gentle humor, relatable stories, and emotional insight to help people heal, reflect, and breathe again, without pressure, shame, or heavy language. This series understands that laughter can be a doorway to healing, emotional release, and self-awareness. Each episode blends light humor with deep psychological truth, allowing viewers to recognize their pain, smile at shared human experiences, and gain clarity without feeling judged. This playlist explores healing through humor and laughter, therapeutic storytelling and emotional release, everyday struggles presented with compassion and wit, stress relief and emotional regulation, self-awareness through relatable life situations, coping skills for emotional pain and overwhelm, mental and emotional wellness conversations, and inner healing without heaviness, fear, or guilt. The playlist is designed for adults experiencing stress, burnout, or emotional fatigue, individuals healing from emotional pain, disappointment, or loss, people who feel overwhelmed and need emotional relief, viewers who prefer light, relatable healing content, anyone seeking mental health awareness in a gentle format, and people who heal better through stories, humor, and reflection. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for healing through humor, therapeutic storytelling, emotional healing, stress relief, mental wellness, laughter therapy, self-care content, emotional balance, relatable life stories, light mental health content, gentle healing conversations, emotional release, coping with stress, and everyday emotional support. Sometimes healing does not begin with tears, but with understanding, a soft smile, and feeling seen. Relationships shape our emotional lives deeply, and when they hurt, the pain echoes. Love grows through understanding, not perfection. The Marriage and Relationship Healing Series is a reflective and practical playlist designed to help couples and individuals understand why relationships struggle, how emotional wounds form, and what truly heals love over time. Through real-life relationship scenarios, counseling psychology, emotional insight, and practical guidance, this series helps viewers understand conflict patterns, improve communication, rebuild trust, and restore emotional intimacy without blame, pressure, or unrealistic expectations. This playlist addresses questions people actively search for. One like, why do conflicts keep repeating in relationships? Why do small issues turn into major arguments? Why does emotional distance grow between partners? How do unmet emotional needs affect love and trust? Why do couples stop communicating or withdraw emotionally? How can broken communication be repaired? How do couples heal after hurt, resentment, or betrayal? And how can relationships grow healthier instead of breaking down? Topics covered in this playlist includes repeating conflict patterns in relationships, emotional needs, attachment wounds, and unmet expectations, the psychology behind arguments, silence, and resentment, communication breakdowns and repair strategies, emotional safety, trust, and vulnerability, healing after emotional hurt, distance, or disappointment, reconnection, forgiveness, and rebuilding intimacy, emotional maturity, boundaries, and relational growth. Practical steps for long-term relationships stability. The playlist is for dating couples, engaged partners, married couples, separated couples seeking clarity and healing, individuals desiring healthier relationship patterns, people struggling with emotional disconnection or recurring conflicts, as well as anyone seeking emotional clarity, understanding, and long-term relational growth. It is helpful for viewers searching for relationship healing, marriage counseling, couples communication, emotional intimacy, conflict resolution in relationships, relationship psychology, rebuilding trust, healthy relationships, emotional connection, counseling for couples, relationship advice, and emotional safety in love. Knowing that healing begins with understanding, growth begins with awareness, and love thrives where emotional safety is restored. Parenting is not about control, It is about emotional guidance. Parenting is more than correcting behavior. It is shaping emotional health, character, and the future of a child. Parenting wisdom and emotional skills is a practical, compassionate, and emotional grounded playlist designed to help parents, caregivers, teachers, and mentors raise emotionally healthy, confident, secure, and resilient children. This series focuses on positive parenting, emotional intelligence, gentle discipline, and healthy communication, helping adults understand children's emotions, guide behavior wisely, and build strong parent-child relationship rooted in safety and trust. This playlist answers questions parents commonly search for. One like, why does my child behave this way? How do I understand my child's emotions? How can I discipline without shouting, fear, or shame? How do I help my child manage anger, anxiety, or big emotions? How can I build emotional safety and trust at home? How do I raise confident, emotionally intelligent children? And how can I improve parent-child communication and connection? Topics covered in this playlist are understanding children's emotion and behavior, emotional intelligence skills for parents and caregivers, gentle discipline and positive behavior guidance, building emotional safety, trust, and attachment, helping children regulate anger, fear, and anxiety, raising confident, resilient, and emotionally aware children, healthy parent-child communication and connection, supporting children's emotional development without punishment or shame. The playlist is for parents and single parents, caregivers and guardians, teachers and educators, mentors and child development professionals, as well as anyone seeking parenting advice and emotional guidance for children. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for parenting advice, child's emotional development, positive parenting, gentle parenting strategies, emotional intelligence for children, discipline without punishment, parent-child communication, raising confident children, emotional skills for kids, and healthy parenting techniques. I want you to know that small changes in parenting create lifelong emotional strength, and emotionally supported children grow into emotionally secure adults. Between childhood and adulthood lies a delicate stage called adolescence. Adolescence and Youth Development Series is a structured, emotional, and psychological guidance playlist created to support teenagers and young adults through the most sensitive stage of human development. This Nurture and Thrive Therapy series explains the emotional, psychological, behavioral, and identity changes that occur during adolescence and youth, helping both young people and adults understand what is happening, why it is happening, and how to respond wisely. This playlist answers questions parents, teens, and educators actively search for on YouTube. Questions such as, why do teenagers change suddenly? Why is my teenager emotionally unstable? How do Adolescents handle peer pressure. How do teens manage emotions and mood swings? How can parents communicate better with teenagers? Why do youth struggle with identity and self-esteem? How can young people make better life choices? How do we guide adolescents without controlling them? Each episode explores emotional and psychological development in adolescents, identity formation and self-discovery in adolescents or youths, mood swings, emotional regulation and behavioral changes in adolescents, peer pressure, social influence and decision making, self-esteem, confidence and personal values, communication between parents and teenagers, discipline, boundaries and emotional safety, youth responsibility, choices and life direction, mental health awareness for adolescents, and supporting youth through growth without shame or fear. This playlist is created for teenagers and young people navigating growth and identity. It is created for young adults facing life choices and responsibilities. It is also good for parents and caregivers raising adolescents. It is meant for teachers and school counselors. It is also good for youth leaders, mentors, and anyone supporting adolescents' growth and development. We do this because of the awareness that understanding young minds early builds emotionally healthy adults. Sometimes healing happens best in conversation. Live sessions, events, and question and answer is an interactive playlist that captures real-time conversations, live teachings, audience questions, public talks, workshops, and community engagement centered on emotional well-being, mental health awareness, personal growth, relationship, faith, and every life challenges. This playlist brings authenticity and immediacy, allowing viewers to experience unscripted moments, honest dialogue, and practical guidance drawn from real questions people are currently asking. Each live session or recorded event provides real-time counseling-style conversations, honest answers to audience questions, practical emotional and psychological guidance, live discussions on relationships, faith, growth, healing, and many more topics, reflections on real-life experiences and challenges, community-centered learning and engagement, clarification of common emotional and life struggles, and interactive teaching moments and shared insights. Topics commonly addressed are emotional well-being and mental health awareness, relationship challenges and family dynamics, personal growth and life direction, faith, resilience and inner strength, coping with stress, pressure and uncertainty, forgiveness, boundaries and emotional maturity, students, youth and adult life challenges, healing conversations and audience testimonies, virtual group counseling, and practical life questions and counseling insight. The playlist is created for individuals seeking life guidance and clarity, adults and young people with real-life questions, students, parents and professionals, faith-based and community audiences, viewers who value honest, interactive conversations, and anyone who learns better through dialogue and shared experiences. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for live counseling sessions, mental health live talks, relationship question and answer, emotional healing discussions, faith-based conversations, psychology live sessions, personal growth events, audience question and answer videos, community mental health talks, and live therapy style conversations. This is necessary because growth deepens when questions are asked, and healing strengthens when conversations are shared. For busy moments when clarity is needed quickly, Quick Therapy Nugget is a short-form emotional wellness playlist created for busy people who need clarity, calm, and emotional balance in under 1 minute. This playlist delivers bite-sized therapy insights, simple psychology, and practical emotional tools to help you reset your mind quickly and return to your day with stability and focus. Each short video helps you calm anxiety and emotional overwhelm, regulate emotions in stressful moments, understand your feelings quickly, improve emotional intelligence, reduce overthinking and mental fatigue, practice emotional self-regulation, and build daily emotional awareness. The playlist focuses on emotional wellness, mental health tips, therapy charts, psychology charts, emotional clarity, stress management, anxiety relief, self-regulation skills, and daily mental health support. Like I said earlier, the playlist is designed for working professionals, students, parents, caregivers, and anyone seeking quick mental health tips, short therapy advice, emotional reset techniques, and daily calm without long videos. The playlist is a clear definition of small lesson, quick clarity, daily emotional balance. Academic success must include emotional well-being. Student wellness and academic life is a practical and emotional supportive playlist designed to help students cope, focus, succeed, and stay mentally healthy throughout their academic journey. This Nurture and Thrive Therapy series addresses the real challenges students face. Challenges such as academic pressure, exam anxiety, poor concentration, burnout, low motivation, self-doubt, and emotional stress, using counseling insights, emotional education, and relatable real-life academic experiences. This playlist answers questions students, parents, and educators actively search for on YouTube. Questions like, how do I cope with academic stress? Why am I always tired or unmotivated to study? How do I manage exam anxiety and fear of failure? How do I stay focused and disciplined in school? How can students balance academics and mental health? Why do students burn out or lose interest in school? How can parents support students emotionally? How do I recover after academic failure? And how do I rebuild confidence after poor results? Each episode covers student mental health and emotional wellness, academic stress management and burnout prevention, study habits, discipline and time management, exam anxiety, test fear and performance pressure, motivation, focus and goal setting for students, emotional resilience and coping skills for academic life, managing failure, disappointment, and academic setbacks, healthy routines for learning and productivity, and supporting students through pressure without shame. This playlist is created for secondary school students, university and polytechnic students, final year and postgraduate students, National Open University students, students struggling with stress, anxiety or burnout, parents supporting students academically and emotionally, teachers, lecturers, and school counselors, as well as anyone interested in student mental health and academic success. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for student mental health, academic stress, exam anxiety, help, study motivation, student burnout, focus and concentration tips, academic pressure, school stress, student counseling, emotional support for students, mental wellness for students, and academic success strategies. We put this together due to the realization that academic success is not just about intelligence. It is about emotional balance, support, and sustainability. For those who want to understand themselves deeply, Counseling Room Conversations is a deeply reflective playlist designed to feel like sitting inside a real therapy session. Calm, honest, safe, and emotionally grounding. This series helps viewers understand why they feel the way they do, why certain emotional patterns repeat, and how true healing begins through awareness, compassion, and psychological insight. This playlist addresses questions such as, why am I emotionally exhausted? How do I keep reacting instead of responding? Why do past experiences still affect me? What is really happening inside me? How does therapy actually help? How can I heal without shame or judgment? And so much more of the last questions. Each episode explores emotional burnouts and emotional breakdowns, trauma responses and unresolved emotional pains, inner conflict, self-sabotage and coping patterns, emotional regulation and self-awareness, attachment wounds and relational patterns, healing conversations and guided self-reflection, as well as practical counseling and therapy insights for daily life. The playlist is created for adults seeking therapy-like conversations, people dealing with emotional stress, anxiety or burnout, individual healing from past trauma or painful experiences, students and young adults navigating emotional confusion, professionals under pressure and emotional fatigue, parents and caregivers needing emotional clarity, couples and individuals seeking deeper self-understanding, anyone curious about how counseling and therapy actually work, and people searching for mental health guidance and emotional support. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for therapy conversations, counseling advice, emotional healing, mental health support, trauma healing, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, psychology insights, inner healing guidance, and therapy style discussions. Counseling Room Conversations offers self-emotional reflection, professional psychological insights, gentle guidance without judgment, as well as clarity for personal growth and emotional healing. Here, healing begins with understanding yourself, not blaming yourself. The Addiction and Recovery Awareness series is an in-depth educational and healing playlist that explains addiction, substance abuse, dependency, and recovery using psychological understanding, counseling insights, emotional education, and real-life experiences. This playlist helps viewers clearly understand what addiction really is, why people become addicted, how addiction affects the brain, emotions, and behavior, why quitting feels difficult, why relapse happens, how recovery truly begins, how healing and restoration are possible, and how to support someone struggling with addiction. Each episode gently explains addiction without shame, blame, or judgment, focusing on awareness, clarity, prevention, emotional healing, and sustainable recovery. Topics covered in this playlist are drug addiction and substance abuse awareness, alcohol addiction and recovery support, behavioral addictions such as phone addiction, gambling addiction, phone and social media addiction, and the rest. Then we have psychological and emotional roots of addiction as another topic we cover under this playlist. We have trauma, stress, and unresolved emotional pain behind addiction. We have mental health and addiction connection. While willpower alone is often not enough. Emotional triggers and relapse pattern. Recovery process and stages of healing. Coping skills for cravings and emotional overwhelm. And building healthy habits and long-term recovery. The playlist is designed for individuals struggling with addiction or dependency, people in recovery seeking understanding and emotional support, families and loved ones supporting someone with addiction, counselors, therapists, and mental health advocates, youth and adults seeking addiction awareness and prevention, as well as anyone wanting to understand addiction from a psychological and emotional perspective. This playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for addiction recovery, substance abuse awareness, alcohol addiction help, drug addiction education, behavioral addiction, phone addiction recovery, mental health and addiction, relapse prevention, emotional healing from addiction, counseling for addiction, and recovery support content. I want concerned individuals to understand that addiction does not mean failure, and recovery begins with understanding, compassion, and the right support. Growth begins with self-understanding. The Personality and Growth series is a self-discovery and personal development playlist designed to help individuals understand who they are, how they think, why they behave the way they do, and how to grow emotionally, mentally, socially, and psychologically. This simplifies personality types, temperament, behavior patterns, emotional intelligence, mindset development, and character formation using everyday life examples, counseling insights, and practical explanations that are easy to understand and apply. Through calm, reflective, and educational conversations, this playlist helps viewers gain clarity about themselves, improve emotional awareness, and develop healthier patterns of thinking, behavior, and relationships. The playlist helps viewers understand why they react the way they do, what their personality type and temperament mean, how personality affects relationships, communication, and work, what emotional intelligence is and how to develop it, why emotional struggles, boundaries, and communication challenges occur, how childhood experiences shape personality and behavior, how to build maturity, confidence, self-control, and emotional balance, as well as how to grow mentally and emotionally without pressure or shame. Topics covered in this playlist includes personality types and temperament, self-awareness and character development, emotional intelligence and emotional regulation, behavior patterns and emotional triggers, self-esteem, identity formation and confidence, mindset growth and personal transformation, habit formation, as well as behavioral change. Boundaries, communication skills and social awareness, emotional maturity and psychological growth, and practical self-development and life skills. All these are some of the topics we cover under this playlist. The playlist is for students and young adults exploring identity and growth, adults seeking self-discovery and personal improvement, parents, teachers, mentors, and caregivers, professionals and leaders working on emotional intelligence, as well as anyone committed to emotional growth, self-improvement, and personal development. The playlist is especially helpful for viewers searching for personality types, emotional intelligence, self-growth, self-awareness, behavioral psychology, mindset development, personal development, emotional maturity, character building, and psychological growth. And for those learning how to wait without breaking, faith, timing, and healing is a reflective and emotional grounding playlist created for people asking difficult but honest questions such as, why is this taking so long? Why do I feel stuck or delayed in life? How do I heal while I'm waiting? Is there meaning or purpose in this season? This playlist explores faith and timing, emotional healing, waiting seasons, inner peace, patience, and spiritual growth through calm, counseling insights and universal spiritual principles that speak to people of all beliefs and backgrounds. Each episode gently helps viewers understand that waiting is not wasted time, and that healing, clarity, and emotional strengthening often happen quietly beneath the surface before visible change appears. The playlist helps viewers understand why delays and waiting seasons happen in life, how timing shapes emotional growth and maturity, why healing is often required before progress, how to release anxiety, fear, and overthinking during uncertainty, how to develop patience without emotional suppression, how to trust the process without losing motivation or hope, how faith supports emotional stability and clarity, and how to find peace even when answers are delayed. Topics covered in this playlist are faith and life timing, waiting season and emotional endurance, emotional healing during delays, anxiety, uncertainty and inner rest, patience, trust and self-reflection, spiritual growth and emotional maturity, letting go of control and fear, finding meaning in slow seasons, inner peace during life transitions. The playlist is for people experiencing delays in life, career, relationships or purpose, individual feeling stuck, overwhelmed or emotional exhausted, those navigating uncertainty, loss or unanswered questions, people seeking emotional healing and inner peace, viewers exploring faith, timing and personal growth, as well as anyone learning how to wait without breaking emotionally. The playlist is helpful for viewers searching for faith and timing, waiting season, emotional healing, patience, inner peace, spiritual growth, life delays, trusting the process, healing while waiting, and anxiety during uncertainty, as well as emotional endurance. This playlist reminds you that waiting does not mean forgotten. It often means preparation, healing, and quiet strengthening. These are foundations of nurture and thrive therapy: structured, intentional, human-centered, emotionally grounded. Wherever you are in life, there is a place for you here. Kindly subscribe, follow, and share our YouTube channel as well as our social media handles. Grow with us in this 2026 and beyond, because healing, clarity, and growth are not destinations, they are journeys we walk together. Thanks for watching, and see you again another